So we start off by feeling ourselves to be a real, genuine person called me, called Mike, that isn't quite happy in some way. Stuff could be better, and so I pick up something like mindfulness, a technique, whereby I can become a better person, happier, more secure, more at ease with being alive, less fear. Fairly basic stuff, and it works. So that's where I start. So I become a meditator. I am someone that meditates. So I sit down and I shift my attention into my breath, and I become a meditator. Maybe I become a very good meditator. Something interesting begins to happen the deeper we go into our practice. So the practice is just about paying attention to stuff. That's it. We become very, very good at paying attention to ourselves and our mind, so our thoughts, our body, our moment-to-moment sensations, our emotions. All of this kind of shifting content of experience. We become very good at noticing it, watching it happen, without getting caught up in it. And so what we begin to notice is that actually all the stuff that I call me, I'm actually aware of. And whilst I'm aware of it, I can see that it actually comes and goes. It's fizzing, it's buzzing, it comes and goes, it's fleeting. It's not a big solid object. So we tend to think we are our thoughts. I am my thoughts. Mike is, his thoughts. We can't grab thoughts. You can't even grab something called a mind. We can't open your brain and pull out the mind. It's intangible. Thought is intangible. You can't make it stay. You can't make it go. It's like grabbing a cloud. So we can't really invest a sense of me in that anymore. You begin to see, well, thoughts just come and go like clouds moving through the sky. How could I be any of that? I can't really. I've had thousands of thoughts. They're not here on this chair right now. I am. So they come and go, I don't. I can't really be my thoughts. That's interesting. My body, my sensations, we think I am the body. Again, once you start noticing sensations, you see that they are extremely fleeting, very rapid sensations. There's nothing in that you could really isolate and say, that bit is me. Because when you really start to look at it, you start to notice that, well, actually, it comes and goes. It rises and fades. It's buzzing away. It's effervescent. I can't grab it. Even if it's pain, once you really start zooming in on it, you can't seem to grab it. So you can't grab the mind. You can't grab the body. Emotions. Even the word emotion implies movement. You can't really grab these emotions either. They may feel strong and overpowering and solid, but again, what do? They come, they go. Think of all the emotions you've ever had. They didn't stick, they didn't kind of become concrete. They have a lifespan. They come, they go. So all that stuff that we think is me as a solid object, is actually intangible. You can't grab hold of it. You can't find it. You can't box it up. You can't hang a name tag on it and say, this is me. Because as soon as you put that name tag on it, it will change, it will fade, it will disappear. Even if I say, oh, this is me right now on this chair. Well, I've been lots of me's. I was the me yesterday, I was the me when I was 20, I was the me when I was 10, I was the me when I was a fetus, I was the me when I was a dot of a cell. So I'm not really this me either, because in 10 years' time, if I look back and say, well, that was me, this wasn't me either. So it's a paradox that I'm the one sitting here doing this meditation, doing this investigation, but what I come to see is, actually, bizarrely, I can't find anything called me. There's nothing to find called me. And yet, all this is here. There is an experience that's happening. So we start to shift from a very kind of tight, defined, scrunched sense of self to a much kind of larger, vaster, open sense of self. And that sense of self is more like life itself, not a particular person separate from everything else, but very connected, intimately at one with the whole of life as it happens. You start to find out that, I didn't produce my thoughts. I didn't produce my emotions or my sensations. I didn't produce my body. I'm not producing the universe or the world. Actually, it's the other way around. The universe produces you. Life produces your sense of self. Existence produces your thoughts and sensations in this body. So it's got nothing to do with something called me at all. So that can be an extremely freeing experience to have, based upon noticing that, oh, I can't be that, and I can't be that, and I can't be that, so what am I? And the answer is, well, I'm not really anything. So yes, it's kind of a very paradoxical experience that we start this practice being a scrunched up little me that needs help or needs peace of mind. And by the end of it, through investigation, we see, I really don't know what I am. I can't find something that I am. And the only sense that I have of being a person is intimately woven with the sense of being alive, with the stars, with the clouds, with the sun, with the moon, with other people, with my environment, with nature. There's a sense of, being a bigger experience here. And that's often very unexpected.